plenty of times. I have a PS4. I bought a Hori pad that is set up like the Xbox 360 pad where the stick is reversed with the D-pad because I played Street Fighter 4 for so long on the Xbox 360 that when I got my PS4 and I got Street Fighter 5, I couldn't play it at all because the muscle memory is all in that stick, that left stick. So, yeah, you can totally walk in, plug your own controller in, and, like, you just shut that whole...
You shut that shit down.
Yeah, because, like, honestly, anytime I go somewhere and play, like, I'm going to play against you, but I'm not going to do well because I don't have the controller. And
sounds
whatever.
It sounds like you're making excuses.
I was just going to say, you can say that all you want, but honestly, once I get my Hori pad, then, like, I'm not going to say I win every time. Like, I'm not the best.
I feel like Velocity, he said he's coming to town for PAX South, and he might have your number, if you know what I mean.
I heard Sofa King 420 was coming to PAX South.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with Sofa King 420.
It's SSOFA King 420. The SS stands for Super Saiyan.
Yeah, well, Velocity has two S's in his name as well. Again, not Nazism at all. It is Super Saiyan. Is what it stands for.
Oh, you were copying Sofa King. Oh, I see what you're saying. So Sofa King did it, and then you did it.
No, it wasn't me, first of all. And I think that Sofa King was copying this Velocity character, and he's the guy that's going to be coming to town to wreck shop on Dragon Ball Fighter Z at PAX South. That's what he told me. That's what his agent's been telling me. I don't know the Sofa King guy, but Sofa King can shut the fuck up because Velocity has Sofa King's number.
Well, Sofa King 420 is pretty intimidating.
What a great name, too. Is he in fucking high school or some shit? Probably middle school. Probably plays Fortnite on a fucking reg.
He might play it on a Galaxy S4 or something.
I'm sorry. Fortnite's available on a Galaxy S4? What a piece of shit phone.
I mean, it's on mobile, so... So anyway, iFix Arcade is a place I really recommend going, especially if you miss the days of arcade gaming, mainly fighters, like I said. There used to be a place here in the city called China Fair Arcade. It was in Chinatown, and they've made a documentary of it since then. I did have the pleasure of going there when it was still open, and since then it has become a stupid ticket arcade place where you just play shitty games and you get tickets.
Lame. So you would say give iFix a fucking chance because you're gonna go there.
This place is like carrying on that legacy. Like, come in, be badass at your fighting games, like get schooled, school others.
Well, and they do streaming there. They do Twitch streaming there as well, right?
Yeah, if you have a stream, they have a whole setup. So here's another thing: it's $10. You hand the dude a 10, you're in for the whole day. If you walk in when they open, you hand the dude a 10. You leave, get lunch, come back, leave, get some beer, come back, whatever you want. And they're open till midnight, 2 a.m. if a lot of people are there.
That's fucking great. I cannot wait to go to New York in October. That's only a couple months away. That's like 2.5 months and then I'm going to be there. We're going to have a lot of inappropriateness. We're going to have a lot of punching.
Yep.
Sorry, you didn't let me finish. Punching orphans in the face. And we're going to have a lot of game playing. It's going to be great.
Okay. So. We're going to move on now to
Halo.
Fire Team. Raven.
Arcade. You brought this to my attention, which is weird because I love Halo. And how did I not know a fucking arcade version of Halo would come out?
Well, it's much like other things. Like, I think, that Mario Kart arcade machine had come out at some point. I don't think we all heard of that until it was a few months or a year in. So it's one of those things. I mean, people don't really go crazy about the arcade machines. So this is a 4-player, I think it's on rails, shooter, kind of like House of the Dead. What did you take away from the video I showed you?
The graphics look great. The sprites look great. So, I mean, they worked with 343 on this. It's not made by 343 Industries.
It's made by Raw Thrills. It's my first time hearing about these guys.
Yeah, me too. I'll look up some of their other games. But so Raw Thrills made it. It looks very well done. It's very action packed. Raw Thrills is who made Big Buck Hunter, by the way, and they also made the Terminator Salvation game, which I used to fucking play in the arcade, and Fast and the Furious Supercars. So they're known for a arcade
like franchises.
Yeah. They did the Jurassic Park arcade a couple years ago. So yeah, it makes sense. They did the Guitar Hero arcade back in like the late
Wow.
2010, early 2000s.
Well,
the late decade of that fucking goddamn decade. Yes.
The funny thing about that is people are probably going to, like, some people are going to hear that they did Big Buck Hunter and stuff, and they're going to be like, why would they have a company like that make a Halo game? They don't know what they're doing. But honestly, they've been making Big Buck Hunter for a long time. I don't even know how long. I would be willing to bet money that they've at least 15 years doing that. And it's a shooting game. There's tons of versions of that game. There's tons of levels. It has changed a ton over time. I'm not saying it's the best game in the world, but it's really not a bad game. The fact that they are now taking that expertise of like arcade shooters and making a Halo game is actually a good thing, because someone else might have just done it from scratch and like had no real experience with that and done a really shitty job.
Well, these people, it seems like, did not do a shitty job. They did all right. I mean, like, and you're right. It's a rail fucking kind of based Halo game, but I was actually very surprised that Microsoft licensed out Halo to be an arcade game. But from what I saw, from the video I saw, it looks fun. If I ever see it in an arcade around here, I'm down to play it. I will for sure play it. I can see there's a place, I forgot what the fuck it's called, but it's up north in Austin here. It's actually a lot of fun. They have some really cool stuff. They even have a fucking like 4D roller coaster style thing you can pay like $10 and do there.
Nice.
Yeah, so I can see them totally in the next year getting this, because it did come out in 2018. I don't know exactly what month, but that came out along with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game this year from this, I guess, publisher, developer, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems interesting enough.
Gassy. Game gassies.
Game gassies. Anyway, do you feel... I know we focus a lot on those first couple games, but I think there's a lot to go over, so...
Yeah. I think there was a lot. There's a lot this week, and we actually really dived into a lot of the games of the week, so I'm happy with that. I think we gave a lot of insight into some indie games that you might not have actually taken the time to otherwise listen to.
Okay, so I think that pretty much does it for us this week, but if it seems I was a little weird and off, it's because I'm on a lot of drugs, because my shoulder bone got dislocated from the rest of my fucking body.
Thank you for listening to Game Genies. If you don't already follow us on social media, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at
Game Genies Cast.
You can find me on Twitter at Freddy Sketty, FreddySghetti, and you can find Ryan at
Nicktoons Nitro. Nope, sorry, West Texas Hell.
Thanks again for listening. If you love the Game Genies, please give us a retweet or post our link on social media
at Game Genies Cast. And you can find Fred at...
Wait, Ryan.
Yes, Fred.
We did this part.
You can find me at Big Buck Safari. Game Genies.
Speaking of sports games, I was thinking of something recently. I was at work. I'm a bartender, right? I'm pouring a lot of beer. There's only so much time you can be engaged with pouring beer, and so...
I almost thought you were going to say engage with porn.
I started thinking about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Don't ask me why. Don't know why. But we're on the subject of basketball, right? So I started thinking, who is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's agent? And when should we fire him? Because he totally missed out on the opportunity to give Kareem Abdul-Jabbar his own brand of Kareem cheese.
Well, I thought you were talking about have a bar in the city called Kareem Abdul the Bar.
That's not bad either, but Kareem cheese?
I feel like you and I need to just go to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm fucking his own name up. And just be like, here's how we can market you as a brand.
Right.
Hire us. And maybe that's how Game Genies gets our fucking start.
That's when we're going to finally get the funding we need.
For what? What would we fund? Just our cocaine, heroin, acid parties, or what? Not to mention the orgies. But yeah, either way, I'm down.